Is Fuji going out of business? I got a list of the rumors for you, good and bad. Let's go. What is good? It's your man Ribs from Doing Film Things. So as you already heard, Fuji Pro 400H is officially going to be discontinued. A lot of people are very sad about that. A lot of people don't care. I actually did a poll on Instagram and here are the results. About 60% of the people actually care that the film stock will be discontinued, and then that 40% really don't care at all. Regardless of where you stand, I think it's a bad thing to see a pro-level film stock like that disappear, given that there really aren't too many other options in that same category, especially for 120 film. So here are the rumors that I'm hearing. The bad rumors are that Fuji is basically getting ready to exit the film market. They've slowly been chopping away at their list of film. They got rid of pack film, they got rid of some of the other individual 35mm rolls, and now we've got Pro 400H. Pro 400H is actually very popular based on sales, and to see them discontinue such a popular film stock is quite surprising because you think to yourself, if you're making money on it, why would you get rid of it? Well, a lot of people think that Fuji's just trying to get out of the film game very, very slowly but surely, and this is just another step in that progression. They also say that the film stock will be available for the rest of the year of 2021. Well, it doesn't mean they're going to be making more. In fact, they're ceasing production instantly, basically right now. Everything that you'll see in stores from now on has already been manufactured, and the rumor is that it's actually been manufactured a long time ago and it's just been sitting in freezers on their end, which basically means this film's not that fresh, although it's been stored properly. I don't know how you feel about that, but it's not a good sign that they've already even stopped making film, and basically no one really knows how old this film is. Fuji says they're stopping production on this film because it's hard to maintain the production of this film given the specific materials and ingredients required for it. There's some special process towards the end, this kind of final coating on the film, that just is very difficult for them to keep sourcing at the volume that they need. So because of that, they decided they're going to go ahead and just stop producing it altogether. At the end of the day, this isn't really scalable beyond where it's at right now, and so they're just going to cease production and end where it is right now. So you hear these rumors and everything sounds pretty bad. Well, there's another side to these rumors that's actually good, and I think this is what might encourage a lot of you about the future of film photography. So first and foremost, the most hyped up rumor that you're hearing on the internet right now is that they're actually discontinuing that specific formula of 400H, but you're going to come out with a brand new formula of 400H. Fuji has done this before. For example, with their A-Cross film, that film was discontinued for a short while, and then they came out with a brand new version of it that basically reworked the formula. In this case, Fuji might be reworking the 400H formula in order to get rid of that complex and kind of hard to scale material and replace it with something else that isn't that big of a pain for them. At that point, if they can make the film easier to produce, then theoretically they should be able to make a whole lot of it and make money on it as well. So that's good news for all of us. It means 400H isn't actually disappearing for good, but it also means we might be getting an even better formulation of the stock, something that Fuji can really scale beyond its current process. And the more and more film that they create, theoretically, the cheaper it might be. And of course, the more film that will be out there for us to use. At the end of the day, more film production is better for this market, given that the film market has been dwindling for a very long time. Any sign of new film coming out or increased production is a good sign that the industry is here to stay. So let's say that Fuji isn't going to rework their film and that 400H truly is going to disappear. Well, the good side to that is that some people think that that's actually a better opportunity for Kodak. It means that Kodak now has bigger runway and will have more sales going in its direction, which means that it can fund a lot of the operations and improvements that they've been talking about making for a long time. Kodak making more money is actually a good thing given that they are the #1 player in the film industry, so the more resources and the more profit they make, theoretically the more they can reinvest into their film lineup and their processes, making things a bit better for us as well. It might mean less choice in terms of manufacturer, but it might mean better output for that specific manufacturer. How bad is it if Fuji were to actually exit the film market entirely? Well, based on history, that's actually very bad, given that the two biggest producers of film basically of all time are Kodak and Fuji. Every other film stock that you tend to see out there that's also made for color specifically probably was produced by Kodak or Fuji for someone else. They do a lot of contract manufacturing for brands as well. So if Kodak were to be the only one out there and Fuji were to disappear, that means that actually a lot of film potential goes away, given that they are the ones actually making film for the entire industry, regardless of the brands that you see. So from that point of view, Fuji disappearing would be really, really bad. You want to hear my personal opinion? I actually think they're going to come out with a new formulation of 400H. It just doesn't make sense for them to quit the market entirely for that specific film. I would have assumed other films like the slide film, for example, those probably would have been first to go, given that my assumption is they make less money for Fuji, than 400H. Color negative film still is very, very popular, and they have a very large market share that, given that the only real competition are the Kodak films that are out there. So it just doesn't make sense from a monetary perspective that they would cut out such a cash cow. They definitely are gonna be replacing it with something. They must, because otherwise they truly are trying to exit the film industry 100%. And I just don't see that being a logical step for them. Sure, film isn't probably the most profitable thing for them, but the business as its own probably still is very profitable and definitely isn't worth shutting down. So what do you think is gonna happen? Talk to me in the comments. I'm sure a lot of you have been reading rumors left and right. Let me know, do you think Fuji's gonna be gone forever? You think I'm right? You think they're gonna come out with a new film? Or you just think we're all kind of doomed and we have zero control or actual insight into what's going on? Talk to me in the comments, let me know. If you like this video, please go ahead and leave me a like, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. I actually haven't shot too much Fuji 400, but I've got a couple rolls that I did shoot in the Lake District last year in the summer. So I'm probably gonna take that and do some prints and maybe make a video for here so you can see how I print Fuji 400H. All right, y'all, until the next video, peace.